So what follows is my response to the movie montage assignment, except that mine isn't a me montage because that would be rather long and also a little bit dull. Instead, I've chosen to make a film about the place I live in, which is a small village in southwest France. The sequence tries to communicate two themes, and these emerged from conversations I had with my wife while we were driving home from southern Spain at the end of the midterm break. The first theme was a comparison of just how quiet our village was compared to Spanish villages of equivalent size, whereas in Spain you would see people on the street any time, day or night. In our village, you'd be lucky to see anybody on the street at any time. The second theme was about the passage of time and about mortality and getting old, which neither of us expressed any happiness about. So I cut my sequence together using the time signature of the bells from the abbey in our village. There were two reasons for this. The first one was that this time signature gave me a very firm structure by which I could cut the shots together. And the second one was that the sound of the bells communicates a sense of melancholy, which is consistent with the themes I wanted to communicate. For playback on this occasion, I'm going to mute the sound because I think that the time signature of the bells links the shots a little bit too effectively, and the purpose of the me montage assignment was to think about how putting shots together can create different senses and different meanings. The idea of intellectual montage. I'm hoping that you'll be able to see that just from the shots, but I'll post a shot with sound elsewhere. The first shot is of the Abbey clock, which is striking 12 o'clock. The second shot is of the bridge and a cyclist passing over the bridge. I'm just going to stop it there. The shot of vehicles passing over the bridge is pretty significant. And it's also significant the shot is held in a fixed position. The idea being that vehicles enter the frame from one side and exit the frame from another, without the camera panning along with them. This suggests that things or people are passing through. When juxtaposed with the next shot of an empty playground, it suggests that there are no young people in the village because they've simply passed through the village on the way to somewhere else. This is further emphasised by the shot of the water passing under the bridge, which also addresses the idea of time passing. The repeated shot of the village war memorial represents mortality, but also one of the rituals of most villages in France. Most of the remaining shots in the sequence are fairly self-evident, but I'll pause it where I feel some explanation is required. This shot could be described as a happy accident where I left the camera running as I moved from one location to another without realising it. Initially I thought it had no function, but I liked the counterpoint of its dynamism with the stillness of the other shots, but I realise it serves a punctuating purpose in the film. The first shot is of the Abbey clock, which is striking 12 o'clock. The second shot is of the bridge and the cyclist passing over the bridge. At this point, I should stop it and it... It then cuts to empty children's playground and the river passing under the bridge. And then the war memorial and my little dog.